For reference, just because of the legality of dealing with propane and fire, this is not a how-to video. This is just some dumb redneck going out here trying not to spend more money by fixing something that is, my own fault. So, if you decide to attempt this, do it at your own damn risk and don't blame me if you blow your ass up. Greetings from Southern Yankee Homestead. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Well, it's a little cold out today. It's about 27 degrees. I want to say we're in the mid-30s here in the garage. So this little space heater here is working overtime. We're going to try to supplement it with our buddy heater. Problem is, I got my other buddy heater out and it needs to be cleaned. It's got some kind of cobwebs or something in the piping, so I pulled out the one that was new in the box. Oh, when I pulled out the one that was new in the box, I had a mouse jump out of the box. Yay. So I didn't think anything of it. Went ahead and fired this one up, and when I did, it started smoking. And then I took a look at it. Yep. Mouse built a nest inside my buddy heater. So we're going to go ahead and attempt to take this apart and clean it out and see if we can get it working. No idea how to do this. I just know we're going to try. Alright, let me get my screw holder. Looks like the goats knocked over one of their waters. That's what ooh, hey. Yeah, that might affect something. What do you think? Yeah, let's go ahead and clean that out. There. Okay. So, let me So apparently the mice have been chewing on this thermocouple, so this little line right here is broken off from the terminal. So I guess we're gonna need to go ahead and fix that. Handle together. Burn those gloves. I put the handle on backwards. Sorry, this is where my OCD would come in. Well, we got a flame. Let's see if we can get it so the flame stays on. Flame's on. Here. Oh, that's much better. I don't know if that's showing up on camera or not. Oh, it is. Good. Turned off the light because in the light you couldn't really see it that well. So, that's much better. Let me turn the lights back on. When I fired it up previously, you didn't get the red going on that you saw in the dark there. You get smoke coming off the top, which is bad. So, looks like we got this little thing fixed, which is good. That'll give us more supplemental heat here in the garage, and I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, little crispy in here. And I have this by the door because, well, that's where most of the draft's coming in. Every time the wind blows, I can feel the air coming through. So having this here will hopefully heat some of it up. Regardless, we got a little bit more heat in the garage. We're not going to run this all the time, but we have it available. So I got another buddy heater. I'm going to be working on that at a later date. I don't really need it right now, so why work on it? But it does need to, it has something different with it wrong, so I'll cover that when I get around to playing with that. Right now, I want to go play with the table saw. The last time I used it, I was cutting the strapping for the insulation. And as I was cutting, the saw got overheated and stopped working. Reset the breaker. Lo and behold, it turned around and overheated and stopped working. And then all of a sudden, it didn't work anymore. Now, there is a possibility I burned up the motor. But before I trash this and go out and spend hundreds of dollars on another table saw, I want to see if I can fix this one. I think there's a possibility the circuit breaker is bad in it. So follow along as we pull the circuit breaker and see if it's actually bad. If you don't know, the circuit breaker is right here. And this doesn't push in, doesn't do anything. I'm looking at it. Oh, this is the on-off switch. And I don't think that comes out. Or does it? Remove to lock. Yeah, we're not pulling that out. We're not locking it. And it all goes into this little box here. And yep, I don't feel any wires on it. So that means we have to pull that box out a little. I think the first thing we're going to do is move the saw motor up and out of the way a little bit. There we go. Now let's get this box off. No. Alright, so the circuit breaker has, there we go. Zingier, made in Taiwan. Sorry, I don't have my good tripod with me. Let me see if I can move this up a little. Or my short tripod. So I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but alright, we're good there. Alright, we're reading it dead short. Now we're going to plug our circuit breaker back in. Drop our flashlight again. That's a little better. Now, oops, I'm beeping here. Let's go off. I don't want diode check. Back on. Battery might be dying in that too. So let's see here. We got good. I checked the circuit breaker. When I checked the circuit breaker, it went from 0 to 0, nothing I do, so it's still reading straight through. So that means the circuit breaker is reading good. If I put the multimeter across the two terminals and read it and it was out of limits or anything other than 0, it would have been bad. It's still good, so we're good. I then went to the switch, checked the switch, and made sure that I had on and off. So with it on, I was getting a dead short, and I was just reading the switch. With it off, I was getting a dead open. Basically, I had OL on the multimeter or 0. So given the simplicity of this and the fact that I got no missing grounds, the wires are still connected, that tells me that the motor is toast. So what we're going to do is I'm going to hang up with you here, and I'm going to take a look online because I got a model right here for that. We're going to see if we can find a new motor for this. Depending on the cost of the motor, we may just say, we're going to go ahead and get another table saw. But you think that's bad? Yeah, the motor's smoked. It's gotten weak. Could I rebuild it? Possibly. But I haven't been that happy with this table saw anyhow. I was looking at the manufacture date. It's 2012, so it's coming up on 10 years old. And I probably had it in 13, so yeah, 8 years. 9 years. My bad. With that being said, I'm not going to spend the money on it. It'd take me too long and too much, and haven't been happy with it. So I'm just going to put it on Marketplace for 50 bucks with a description of what's wrong with it. First person to offer me anywhere near 50 bucks, it's theirs. It'll be their problem. And I'll use that money towards a new table saw, which I'm going to go price now. So it is what it is. If I had infinite parts and infinite time, then I'd go ahead and fix it, but it's just not worth it for me. So hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.